and Baghdad and Basra with their arms and legs blown off, maimed, crippled for life. Then I'll turn to the woman from Scope and I'll go, maybe you could have a rummage round in one of your charity shops, see if you can find them some cardigans. But in the end, I didn't do that. What I did was, I said that I would go. No, I just didn't. Yeah. But we're back talking about the war again, last bit. And like I say, there's this kind of assumption, I think, from us here in Europe, where we look at, particularly in Britain, where we look at America's hysterical reaction to the 9th of November and we think, well, you know, that wouldn't happen here. We wouldn't do that because we're reasonable, sensible people in Britain. But we don't have to look very far back in our own cultural history to see an example of us losing the plot as a nation. And I'm talking, of course, about the death of Princess Diana, the late Princess of Wales. It was in the news again last summer because of the Princess Diana Memorial Fountain, which you'll remember was a rubbish fountain. And fulfilled very few of the job description criteria of fountains. But it's ongoing. It never goes away. I remember when she died. It was about 2 days before the state funeral. I went down to Kensington Palace, where Princess Diana had lived, to look at all the tributes left outside, you know. And in amongst all the bunches of flowers and sympathy cards and poems little kids had written and drawings and paintings people had done, whatever. In amongst all that, I honestly saw, and this is true, I saw a life-size inflatable model of E.T. Was honestly there outside Kensington Palace 2 days before the state funeral, and I stood there looking at the inflatable E.T. for some 40 or 50 minutes. And I thought to myself, how did that get there? Who would have thought that that was an appropriate gesture? And I imagined a household somewhere on that awful autumn Sunday morning where perhaps a wife had woken up first and she'd watched the news and she went through to her still sleeping husband and she said, please wake up. I need you to wake up and be with me now. There's been some terrible news. I need you to get up, come in the front room and watch it on the television with me because I can't be alone. So please, wake up. But you know, he's asleep. He's asleep. He's going, what? It's 6:30 on a Sunday morning. I am asleep. I know I'm speaking, but I am asleep. I don't want to get up. I'm asleep. So just... I know you're upset, but just say what it is. What is it? And she'd have gone, please, if you love me just this one time, just get up. And because it's an awful thing and I can't be alone. I need someone to comfort me and share. Just please, get up. And he'd have gone, look, I was out late last night. I've got work at 7 tomorrow. This is my one day for sleeping in. I don't want to get up till about 11:30, to be honest. And even then, I'm not going to get dressed. I'm just going to be like in my pants and stuff, just sitting around. I don't know what you... If you were to just say what it is, and what is it? she'd have gone, Princess Diana, Lady Di, she has been killed. And he'd have gone, no! Not the Queen of Hearts. The Rose of England. And Scotland and Wales and bits of Ireland. No! How did it? There's no God! How did it? Why? How did it happen? She'd have gone, was in a car crash in Paris last night. They don't know the exact details yet. But she's dead. So presumably at that point he'd have got up, got out of bed, tried to get dressed, get some kind of grip on his emotions and his feelings. Calm down his grief. And then he'd have said, I'd better go out and get a life-size inflatable model of it. For the gates of our home. And his wife would have said yes. But you'd better hurry because there'll be a rush on those. We don't want to be the only people not putting one there. And I was talking like this on stage in Croydon at the time it happened, and a bloke shouted out, I was there! And I saw that! And it wasn't a life-size inflatable model of E.T. It was a life-size inflatable model of Alf. I didn't even know what an Alf was. I had to ask him. He said, oh, it's an American kids' TV thing. It's an alien, ALF, alien life form. It's like a cross between a pig and an aardvark from space. And it sometimes wears a nappy, and it says kind of wise-ass things. And he said he'd seen one of those there. I didn't see an Alf outside Kensington Palace before. And I'm not saying there wasn't one there. Maybe there was at some stage, but by the time I arrived, it had got covered up under flowers or carried away on a river of infants' tears. I don't know, I didn't see it. It never goes away. It's back in the news now. The Princess Diana Memorial Fountain. Last year, people going, oh, it's great. It's what she would have wanted. It's a place where families can hang out, children can play. It's what Princess Diana would have wanted. It isn't. What Princess Diana would have wanted would be to have not been killed. And then in death, not to have become the unwitting receptacle for the hysterical, over-emotional, shrieking grief of twats. That's what she would have wanted. It didn't even work. It didn't even work, Glasgow. Children were supposed to be able to play in it. They kept falling over, breaking their arms and legs. They made it out of slate or sheets of ice or something. They were getting dog shit eye blindness disease from the water. In the end, they had to close it down, fence it off, put warning signs on it like a decommissioned Chernobyl nuclear reactor. Don't go near the Princess Diana Memorial Fountain. It's dangerous. Don't even look at it. You'll get cancer and die. Run away. But it's ridiculous. There should be a memorial to her. There should be a memorial to her because she did some amazing things. She worked with charity and landmines, and she got 1 GCSE in domestic science. And to achieve that, and only that, when born into such a position of privilege and wealth, requires a steely determination of focus. You've got to know from an early age that you want to achieve next to nothing and work hard at it when all the odds are in your favour. And that's why there should be a memorial to her, the People's Princess, right? That's why I'm going to make my own. I'm going to make my own memorial fountain to the Princess Diana Memorial Fountain. It's going to be called the Princess Diana Memorial Fountain, Memorial Fountain, Fountain. But it's not going to be some state-approved, Viscount Althorpe subsidised architectural carbuncle. It's going to be simple, like she would have wanted. It's just going to be me lying on my back in Hyde Park near the Princess Diana Memorial Fountain, naked, with a colander over my penis. Every hour on the hour I'll piss up through that. Children can come and play in it if they want. Families can gather around it, I don't mind. You can do it yourselves, Glasgow. Do it yourselves. You don't even need a colander. That's gilding the lily, to be honest. Just do a piss anywhere you want. In the street, in your house, in a library, in an antenatal unit, in the face of a treasured family pet or an elderly relative. And if a policeman says to you, "What are you doing? What on earth do you think you are doing?" Madam, just say, "I'm paying tribute in the only way I understand to the memory of Princess Diana, Princess of Wales." I've been Stewart Lee. Thanks a lot for bearing with us tonight. Good. Thanks for coming. Thanks very much. Thank you. Now go.